All right. So as I was saying, the we refined the moving averages, right? And I'm going to put everything on it, and then you see. So first, let me just turn this off, and then bring the original one we had. That is MKH, and then we have MKH 89. Okay. So MKH is actually the one which was the 128. So if I turn this off, this is the one, 128. Is it
Yeah.
clear? Okay. And then I'm gonna bring the 89 and change the color to blue. Or some like blue. Okay. Oh, let's say green. No. The green wouldn't work. So we need to go to blue because we have the other one. Okay. So can you see the difference though?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think. Okay. And then this will go to purple. Let it go to purple and then some like this purple. Violet purple. Okay. So the 89, 129 is the purple. The 89 is the what? The blue.
Mm.
And then the 69 is the orange. Sorry. The 69, why is it making healthy? Where's 69? 69 is the orange. You see
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
So most of the things that 69 will catch, the 89 will catch it.
Yeah.
You understand? So this thing is just a, let me see if I was right. You see, so most of the things that 69, I actually like the 89 better though, because you see the no trade zone, you see the 89 gives you a bit more room to wiggle around,
Yeah.
but the 69 doesn't give you much room, you see. But having said that, you know that when we've got our three moves, which is one, possibly if this is two, three, and maybe this can also qualify. Yeah, cool. You don't really need anything anymore
Yeah.
because now the trend has been established, and then that companies can play games. So that's the first move. Boom, eat it up. Which is about, let's say, 100 pips. You'd be surprised. 100 pips from there. The retracement down. Even if not the retracement, if you go up, there is 100 pips. You're still staying at 100 pips. And then this might be the second move, which then will cut you out. And then you got the third move. You came down again, gave you a buy again, so you still be there in the trade. Boom. How many pips is this?
100.
Almost like 200. Look, if you pick up the trade from, so you would have picked up the trade from here all the way there. It's more than 100 because blue to blue is 100. Started it just bang in the middle here. You see,
Yeah.
160, 160 pips. If you even took it here, it's 70 something pips. This we finished there. You could have waited to get because it's this big like that. Normally we wait for the trade to. If not, if you even go in there, look, almost another. There's lots of pips. I tell you, I'm telling you, the pips these things are giving us now, not small. And then three, you would have lost this one. So let's say you would have lost how many pips on that one? Maybe 30 pips okay. 30 because you've been a trade here. 49 pips or 50 pips an hour. See, but then you've made 100, half loss. You've gained more than that here, and then you gain more than that there. Even if you had gone into this, it would draw you down and it would still take you out.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. Yeah. So the things we're gonna discuss is refining. So the refining, I realized that if you want to have better opportunities, which I discovered from the weekend when I was doing my stuff, was that we needed a moving average which was quite efficient. So that's why I brought up these two. So it's a matter of choice. One could use the 89 or the 69. It's a matter of choice. There's no room around that. That is the first thing. So I'm going to turn off the 89 now, and then the 127. Boom. And then I'll leave my 69 on it, because the 69, God gave that to me. Hey, Felicia. You should ask after Arizona right now. All right. So now the second thing is refining the super trend settings. But the super trend setting, anything between 1 and 1.2 is okay. We have set ours to be 1.2. You understand? So that 1.2 is it's just like the one in a way, but anyone will do, because let's say we have this one. Which one is this? Okay. Let's say we have this one. And we look at today's just, or even to this one says 1.2 is not only a thing. 1.2. Let's say if today will be, you see, nothing will be affected today. Fine. Even I think here we've eliminated something. Do you notice? We've eliminated this loss. You see, there was a trade that we made a loss.
Okay.
Look very carefully. Looking.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Looking. Let me see, looking, I'm coming. All right. You see?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've eliminated a lot, which
Yeah.
means that if we trade at 1.2, no losses today. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
And then you get a trade here as well. You get what I'm saying? So I think 1.2 can ride at least, because then you get a good trade here. You get another good trade here. How brilliant. You get another good trade here. Even this, if you go in, you still win. And then you come in here, you still win. So it's all win, 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 win. So settings is 10 close 1.2 thing. And anytime you do change the settings, you need to reset your alerts, right? Because I'll reset my alerts. When you go into the alert, you need to reset it. You see, it's 10 close 1.2. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or alternatively, you can go into, excuse me, the code. You see, and here you change the something value to 1.2. So it's 10 here, close there, and then 1.2. And then you save it. And that's the way it rolls. Okay. So I think look how brilliant it looks. You wouldn't have lost any trade at all with this. Even if this comes up and it comes back down, stop loss set here, it will still take you up. You can come out before you lose anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think the 1.2 seems to be the one. So don't even bother doing the work. Okay.
All right.
So far, so good. Or you can just test it on your own at your own time. Test it and see how it looks. So this. Okay.
So you change it be 69 now.
Yeah. So
Hello?
yes. So you can choose between the 69 and then the 89. Okay, you here?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can choose between the 69
because
and the
the one
89.
I get will be the
1 to 7.
7.
So yeah, over the weekend I did some tests, and that's what I'm saying. I recorded this. Over the weekend I did some tests, and I see the 69 and the 89 were a bit more efficient than this thing. So I put the thing on it. I brought it back. Let me bring it back quickly, and so you can see what we are talking about. So this one be the 127, which is this one. Make I change the color to purple. Then you can see well. Make them very light. You can see well. Where is it? This one. Where is it? Nothing down, but it's not going to. So this one be the that's be this thing. How we call it? The 127. You understand?
Yeah.
But you see, if you are on the 127, this call, this buy call, you know go get them. Why?
I'm not going to get them unless
Unless it cross the thing. So look, 127 on at the 10 of the 69. If I 10 on the star, you see, no get this straight. No get this straight. Go get this straight, and you go get that trade. But what's the need of not being able to get this trade? You see, we've crossed this one. It should say they are bullish candles here, really bullish. Retest, give you another bullish move, and then you are not getting this move, which is a waste. Do you understand? I would have actually even wished that if we were even able, we could have even gotten this move first move, and then this goes second move, and then third move in the trend. Then you're sitting that one, you don't do anything. Do you understand? So that's why I relaxed it. I brought a faster moving average. At that same time, let me turn off the 69, and I'm going to bring the 89. 89 too can do the job very well. Because yesterday I had a meeting with Kudu in the morning, and then he wanted to know how I'm doing, if he can help him with something. And then I told him that, listen, the fireworks, we start doing it. So I gave him this thing. I gave him this thing now. And he said he go study. I said, make he study it and see if there are things we could have done. Do you understand? You see, when you bring the 89, you see, you still didn't get the move. You do get it. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Make I pick this call. Hello, Lomote. Lomote. Sorry. Why you about Zoom? You're training. You come here training.
Okay, I'm training.
Yeah, why you about Corona? No. All right. So, PK. So you will also see, say, if you have the 89, you go still get a move. You understand me?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, so that is why we've introduced the 69. So you guys can choose between the 89 and the 69. It's up to you. It's your preference. Okay. So now, what me at the top? Now, what I'm saying is that this was the first move, which if you are using the 127, you wouldn't get it. But it gives you an advantage, a whole move. And then this is the second move. You understand? And then you go get third move. Let me turn off the 127. Do you understand? This is this thing. This first move,
The one
second
for
move,
the under be which one?
it be HMA 200.
HMA.
Yeah, it'd be another type of moving average. It'd be very fast. And that one will just go ahead and tell you, say, something is happening or reversal is happening, and then you do this. So you can use either the SMA 127 if you choose so, but that one you might miss opportunities. I don't see the need. 2, you can use the 89. The 89 be like safer or a day in the middle. You know what I mean? And then you can also use the 69. I'm using the 69 because I don't want to miss opportunities. And the thing is, when I go into a trade, I'm going into 3 trades. nothing more. Do you understand? In the trend,
Yeah.
maybe sometimes 4, but 3 max. Do you understand? So what we have on the 69 is the SMA 69 and then HMA 200. That's what we have. Simple as that. Okay, now we also did some exercise today. And the exercise we did was simple. We're trying to find the best settings to work with this strategy, right? Originally, the settings that we have, and now look at this very carefully. I'm putting a vertical lines on it. Vertical line, let me find something bright. Yellow, 2, and then 3. All right, so these vertical lines that I've got on it, what it is doing is that it is looking at, so it is where we have the buys opportunities, and this is another one. Right. Originally, our settings for super trend is 10, close, and then 1, if you remember.
Yeah.
So 10, close, and 1, look at what happened. You will get into this trade earlier. No, at the same time, not here, because that's what it was. You trade it. You get into this other trade earlier. You understand? Whilst the 1.2, you get into this trade here. Right. The point is you will get another opportunity here, but this opportunity, you will lose the trade, technically. Because if you go into buy, maybe you might lose it or you might lose it or something. If you don't even lose this, you will possibly lose this one. You understand? This trade, you can lose it. It gives you many more opportunities, but there's likelihood that you might lose a trade. And then you might win it. So maybe this and that, maybe you might lose one of them. Do you understand? And so I wanted something which was more safer. Do you understand? So finding something which was more safer, I went and we did a whole test this afternoon, trying to see where the fake outs are and then try to eliminate as many as possible. So we came up with 1.2. So this 1.2 setting, what it did was, you see, it eliminated the fake outs, especially on this trade. If you go into this trade, you might come down. If your stop loss stay here, you'll be safe. If you put stop loss exactly for this thing, they will cut you. You know what I mean? But it might come down and then move itself up. And then you can come out and break even. You understand? Alternatively, this one, it's nice safe trade, nice safe trade. This break even, not a loss. And then this good trade. Do you understand? So that is the second thing we've changed. You understand? So that is a refined indicator, refined MX. That's a MA 69 and a MA 89, and then refined super trend setting. The refined indicator, as you see, we only have the indicator. As I told you, it only tells you buy to buy. You don't see sell in a buy zone, that kind of thing. And then review for the day. We literally review the day on this one is the review for the day on this thing. This one is actually GG I'm looking at. I thought I was looking at with US 30. So now my pairs that I'm looking at is gold, GJ, US 30, German 30, oil, on and off. I'm trying to study it. You see, so for gold this morning, what happened was gold didn't give us anything very juicy though. But we had this one, which was a stop. It would stop us as they stop us out. We had this one. It wasn't too much juicy, but we knew they were on this level. And then we had this one, which we went and we took. And then this is in the evening. So this is what gold happened. So if you had gone into gold, you would have lost one trade. You would possibly have won, compensated yourself, and then won. So overall, we are looking at, and then the thing that I realized is that when you go into the trades, please, please, please use the 1 hour levels to guide you. You know what I mean? Use the 1 hour levels to guide you, because sometimes when you, let's cut this. And then let's say this. We're in a trade here. You see? So we would have been in this trade. This was a trade. If you look at it very carefully. What time was this? It's 11:30. So if it's 11:30, let's go into the 30 minutes and see where 11. This is 11:30. So you see, really speaking, the trade which was there at the time, which went to the bottoms here, is the 11 o'clock one. So the 11 o'clock finish, and this candle that you see as a pin, it rather went to hit here. And then when that finished, you see this one started forming, and this small wick below, that was what we found on the 5 minutes. That was what took you out. You see, so when you're looking at the 1 hour, so this finished, and then that week, you see, so when this 11:30 was forming, you see, that time this has finished and it was coming up as a pin. When this one, so if you look there, that can even guide you and tell you that no, it doesn't really look good. Do you understand? So even if you go into the trade, you are knowing, you know that if it's coming up, just let it come and take your stop loss, or you jump out before it hits your stop loss. You see? Now let's look at the next trade. And then we got this. What time did we get it? 11:35. So if 11:35, let's move back a step. All right. 11:35. Let's move back a step. Moving back a step, going to 30 minutes or sometimes around 1 hour. You see, what are the candles telling you? This one be, oh, sorry, maybe 30 minutes. So this be 11:30. You see the candlestick form here. If this one, you see candlestick like this, like a morning star, end of 11:30. And this was what it was. And you know that if it's coming down, this candlestick structure, they almost tell you that we might likely go up. Are they like?
Yeah.
So then that thing can inform you a lot to what you do with gold. That's what I've been doing lately, to see if I've got this thing following me. Do you understand? However, you can also go in blindly and then protect yourself. What I mean is that we know this, whenever I'm in the trade, I can put, let's say, take profit level for here, or let's say for here. Immediate take profit level. So when I come to my 5 minutes, they align almost to a psychological level. Do you understand? So that guides me that if I'm in this trade and it is coming down, I'll come and take it here. Even if I go into this trade, and also if I come down, I'll go possibly come and take it on this one. Because if you reject here, I'll come out, or I'll come and take it there. Do you understand? So that will inform you where your take profit will sit. And that would inform you your risk. And then that will inform you how much you will put on the trade. You understand? So let's go.
Yeah.
And then it came to hit it. This one was a quick one. Why? Because when you look at the 1 hour, you see you have the levels there already. So if it can't hit you, take your money. You're out. No be long talk. You see, so that is like this one. Possibly you could have just snapped a quick one. Maybe you put a lot of lots because of risk on it. It's more going if you waited for the retracement, then that one you go fit catch up for here, and then you go get 70 pips, and then you go risk almost 51 pips. So you know for put a lot on it at all when it comes to gold. And then the Hamzen gives you another one. Normally we are looking for 3 opportunities. Technically there should have been 1 here. We didn't get it. This is the second one. There's a second one which we failed. This is the third one. But if this thing brings itself and it looks good, you can take it. So it gives you another one. The candlestick is still big, so maybe you go in half of the amount of lots you would go in. Wait for a retracement. I didn't even give you a retracement. So boom, you see this one straight away, it gave you what you wanted. Once you break this, I think we can come here, but you will be watching the trade very closely. Boom, I've taken my money. You see, so the funny thing is, even if you lost this one, you would have won something on this one, and you would have won something on this one. You see, and this one, where did he go to test on the hour? We went to test this week's. You see, we came on this body, but you see, come this time, it come on this body. So you know that if you put this thing on this body, go 5 minutes, they align with the psychological level. So you move to psychological level. You see how this thing will play out nicely. Do you understand?
Yeah,
So within 15 minutes, you make 100 pips. So now it no be pips collection be easy. Do you understand? You just will be disciplined to follow the rule. So after this third move, technically you are not trading gold anymore in the strength. Do you understand me?
mm,
Because
yeah.
after the third move, normally what happens is that people are seeing the direction of the trend on the bigger time frames. And so you see people rushing into it now. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if people are rushing, so we've possibly traded this one, we've traded that, we've had a lot of pips from it already. So there's no need. Because unfortunately we couldn't trade the first leg because we didn't get any signal on the first leg. Why? Because the moving average was way below. If the moving average was above, slightly above here, let's say we had a moving average which is slightly above. I'm just for hypothetical sake. Let's say 40 something. 49. You see, we would have had a sale there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, if the moving average was tighter, we would have had a first leg, clean first leg, which is very huge. And when you get the first leg, where would you go? Where are you going? You need to still align it with the 1 hour. So what time is it? 10 o'clock. Let me just come back slightly. Oof, oof, oof. You see, so if you get a candle like this, we can either come to this or straight come here. You know what I mean? So in this case, let's say here, right? Or let's say first profit, first take profit, second take profit. Let's go 5. And it gave you the sale here. So it gave you the sale. You will be in the trade here. First, even if we come to first take profit, let's align it to psychological level. How much is this one? If we just even align it to psychological level. So with retracement, it's 87 pips, almost 90 pips. And then this with the second level, which is 176 pips. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to be realistic to take your profits as they come to you. Boom. So that's the first. You see, the first one, they can't hit no away. You take your money. Normally in the 15-minute strategy, if you even make this amount of pips, PK, how long did it take you to be in the trade? To make about 80 and 90 pips.
Thank you. I don't see the measurement.
But I mean, no. Normally, if you did trade your 15 minutes,
Make how many pips?
like 90 pips.
That one there, you have to take close to.
Maybe
Let
an
me talk
hour or
to
2 hours. You see?
it could be
So,
even 4 hours. They depend on the pair. You see, the ones we
yeah,
know them. Yeah.
you see. So, but this one, do you know how many minutes you make that thing? You make them in 40 minutes.
Mm.
Do you understand? With the potential of it going further here. You know what I mean? So if you are Kukudro and you say you won't risk more, then he broke. You see how he can respect the place exactly.
Yeah.
So even if we say here self well, you see, come closer to this thing. Let's see if he came there. He didn't come there. He didn't come. You see? So he can respect, let's even say this psychological level can respect. You know, so let's say we were taking it down there, assuming we had the earlier call. 147. 147, how many minutes? 1 hour, 15 minutes. So you see how efficient this strategy be,
Yeah.
you know? So that's Lawrence. So what's the next? So next call. So after you maybe we didn't trade it. So this would have been the first call. Do you understand? Alternatively, you could have even seen the levels if you can, but you don't need to because you have more pairs to trade. So this was the first call. You would have gone into this, and then it would have come up, and let's see what happens, and then it would have cut you up. So let's say this is the thing, but I'll go put them for this one in top, and then I'll go into the trade for you. So you go cut me like 50 pips, almost like 1%. You understand? And then they give you another sell. You are in the trade. Once it breaks here, you know that we can come to the same levels as here. So you made your money back here. You understand? So you just pick your money. The money you lost, you made it back. Okay. Let's see what happens. And other these things are calling you. Another sell. Oh, so it go. Come a sell anyway. So then this sell came. Do you understand? And make sure, guys, make sure that the candle closes before you make your decision. And then you're in the trade. Boom, straight. And then when it broke this level, you know that we can come to this level. So you've looked on the hour and you know the next level, possibly this area. Or you can even look at structure here. You broke this straight, 50 pips. And then boom, you're in it. It gives you your money. You run away. Okay. That's what it is. So that's what we had for today. I think we didn't have anything else. Unless you wanted to go for a buy. He did give us a buy. He didn't. You see, sideways thing. And you see, at this point, this is where I normally love the 180, the 89 a little bit more than the 69. Why? Because when you look at the 89, it gives you a lot of room between the HMA 200 and the 89. So look, what I'm talking about. 89, come on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just treat it differently. I'll just sorry. So this is 89. What am I having this now? So this 89. What is the input? Okay, that's 89. That's fine. And then let me turn off the indicators. Turn everything off. All I'm leaving is the 89. So you see that 89 has a little bit more room to tell you that there's a no trade zone. You understand, guys?
Yeah.
So if this tells you there's a no trade zone, you see this 69 doesn't have that room. But the point is, once you've made your 3 trades, I don't expect you to make any trades unless we go into the opposite direction. Does it make sense? And when we're going to the opposite direction, 89 is almost as efficient as 69. Do you understand? So when I was talking to Kojo yesterday, I just gave back his 89 to him with the structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now the thing, you see the time you break the 89, at the same time you break the 60 anyway. So this could be like an opportunity to buy if you want to buy. So you go into this trade. Let's see what happens. But this is actually in the afternoon, isn't it? Oh, it's actually this evening. Then before I go, you see how clean it is. Very beautiful. So like, you see, you know, go rush crowd. The trade comes to give you the opportunity. Do you understand? You see this sell and this sell here. Do you know why we're having this sell and this sell here? Because I've got the 89 settings on it, which should be 1.2. So when you do 1.2, you say, they do not go. Then it means it's still the 1.2 setting. But you do 3, you ignore the rest. And then when it turns the other way, you get an opportunity, you're in it. So we are in this opportunity. Our stop loss is here. Kemish, how many pips have we got here? So let's say we went in. Let's say we went in 37 pips or 30 pips. So if you're harvesting pips like this, I don't see why you should make a loss. Let's go straight. This is GG. We looked at it. US 30. Look at US 30. Very, very clean. So we have both 89. So US 30 first call. This. So you could trade it. Even if you trade it to this point, no problem. You know what I mean? Second call. Let's trade it even to that one was clean to that point. Third call. Third call me from here all the way there. Fourth call. Retracement, bank, and then bank. Do you understand? So you hardly are losing trades. Did it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this, because we are having so many opportunities, we need to maintain or adjust our lot sizes. Do you understand? German 30, let's go and look at German 30 quickly. I didn't trade much of it today, but look. I think Pelicious, you traded German 30 today, didn't you?
Yeah, German 32.
So
Yeah.
German 30, look, another opportunity. Look, third opportunity. As if to say you will lose a trade, but you didn't lose it. You know what I mean? Very, very clean. So I think all we need, and that is something for myself as well, is the boldness to see the trade and take it. You know what I mean? Meaning, therefore, that we need to manage our risk. Because I've started managing my risk slightly differently. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting lots of trades. The more trades you're taking, the more you're winning, but the more also you're risking. You understand? Even though the strategy works, we still need to be prudent. Why? Because we are thinking to trade prop. Even with some money, we can risk a lot, win a lot, lose a lot, but win bigger overall. So with that, what I've done is, which I need to let you guys know, is I've relaxed my risk slightly, taking a bit more or less risk. So look, I've moved the thing from one. This one, I've moved it down to 35 pips. You know what I mean? Based on, the thing we did. I've done something, we moved it to 35 pips. So I used to take 40 pips here, and I used to take one here. You see, that is 7.5, almost 8, yeah? But now I've come to 35 pips, and I've come 0.7 here. 0.7 here. It's taking me down to 6. You see, I've reduced it. So literally, I'm going into gold at 6, broken it down to 3.3 and 3, meaning that if I'm in a trade, which I think that the risk is too much, I only go in 1. I don't go in the 6. I go in like 3. Do you understand? That converts to the other ones being 30 and then 60. You know what I mean? In that sense. That doesn't make sense, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that is what I've done so far. I think that is it really. Let me go back and share this. So I think with this, that technically ends today. You know what I mean? So I think this is what we have. If anybody at all needs help with the setups, it's very, very simple. We can just do the setups easily. You understand? I will technically, what I'll do is all these 3 indicators, I'll create them and we call them MKH now.
Okay.
But you can MKH, we have MKH 69, MKH 89, and MKH 127. Do you understand? I'll send the codes separately on emails. And then you can put it in, then you have it. Does it make sense? Then you have
Yeah.
it. That's it. Now, I think I'm coming to the end of my workcasting strategy. You understand? The rest then is going to be psychology, lots of psychology and risk management, psychology, risk management. That's all we're doing. Exactly. And then reviews. All right. Okay. So I think that's that, guys.
Thank you.
Any questions? Yeah. Lawrence, can you hear me? Let me stop here. Recording.